Good morning, traders. This is Gary Odom with TestedWisdom.com. I'm coming to you today for maybe the first cool day we've had in 2019. Maybe we have the advent of fall falling upon the Houston area, and I'm glad to see it. It brought a little rain and kind of a gloomy day, a great day to sit down and look at the market and talk to you guys about something. I have something special for you today. I'm sorry that I haven't been around more often, but I promised you in the beginning I wouldn't wart you unless I had something of value to share with you, and that's what I've pretty much been doing. I've been trading, I've been taking care of personal matters, and I've just not found something that I wanted to plug up your email with unless it had worth. This has worth. I think you'll get a lot out of it, and I'm sure it'll help you make money. I'm trading. I'm showing you this off my personal trading account. I have managed accounts and other accounts, but this is a little account I have that we're trading from this morning. We may actually make a trade if we find something we want. It is dedicated to swing trading today and how to find those securities for long-term trades or semi-long-term. I have some stocks I've had for years. They just keep going up. I don't see a reason to take them out. I've gained enough traction in them that I can weather the storm when they back up because they always catch wind again. But most often they are for shorter periods of time, maybe a few weeks or maybe a few months. And today we're going to look at securities that fit in that category, and I'm going to show you how to find them. The first thing you see on the screen right in the middle is this is our scan program for Thinkorswim. If you haven't used it, you're really missing a valuable tool. I've just taken the TW Power Trader and I'm using it in the scan, and I've set it up to scan hourly, daily, and weekly. Now I made one little adjustment because you can do this in there inside. I'll show you. I'll just go ahead. These are all stand up as just standard bull entry, trend momentum with the cycle going your direction kind of thing. This one I made a slight little modification because I wasn't so very critical about actually having a trade entry that indicated cycles. You notice I'm just asking for momentum only here, and I just want to make sure that the trend's going my direction. I don't need the cycles and that other sort of stuff. There's all kinds of things that you could add in there. The volume, what have you, but I'm just putting the trend in. Now, frankly, there's another way to do that. You could just say trend momentum, but I like to separate them out to make sure that they're isolated in the program and to give them individually rather than having to be clamored together in one algorithm. So, okay, I went over your head. Sorry about that. We'll just go from here. And maybe I didn't. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about. In any case, we're going to cancel this because we've got the setting that we want. And I ran the scan, and here's what I got. And here, and it's also reflected over here because I built a watch list. It's a dynamic watch list. It'll change automatically as conditions change over here. So let's do this. Let's first go over here to analyze. Well, first I'll show you what it looks like on the charts. Let's get all three charts up there. You'll see we have signals in all three charts: green, green, green. There are no cycles. You see a cycle here and a cycle here on the charts 1 and 2, but you'll see no cycles on the third chart. I really don't care. This is a week. I mean, if I have momentum and I've got the trend going my way in a week's time, I feel real comfortable about taking a trade in that area. And since I have signals all three screens, it showed up in a scan list. Now you can set this up to do anything you want. Just happens to be the one that I use and I find to be very successful. Understand, anything I share with you is not me telling you how to do it. It is me as to how I do it. And if you want to copy that or emulate what I do, well, I encourage you to do that. But please don't take it as direction for me to tell you how to do this, because you are free to change your mind and do it the way you wish. So here we go. We have a string of securities here. So how do we choose? I mean, let's look at this one. Hey, that looks pretty good. Let's look at BLD. I know that one. Hey, that looks pretty good. What's the deal? Which one do we pick? How do we go about this? Wow, they all look so good. Well, you know, a lot of the price is determined by what other people think about them. So why don't we just see what other people are thinking about them? You didn't know you could do that? Well, sure you can. You go up here to Analyze, you click on Fundamentals, and guess what? You have some people here. This is a research team, the Street, Market Edge. They all think quite a bit about ADC. What about AGO? No, they don't like that one so well. And this one? Oh yeah, they like that one. How about this one? Nah, well, some do, some don't. Uh, it wouldn't be bad, but is there ones better? Can you invest in all of them? Sure, maybe. How much money do you have? So, see what I mean? So you have, I don't know, the way I look at it, I pick the best of the best and I go from there. I'll show you something else we're going to consider in the batch too. Oh, here's another one that also qualifies. And we'll look at that one too. We're going to look at all of those that qualified. Uh, and here's another. Here's another. Here's another. And here's another. So basically we have three that have at least three buy signals here. Or three, yeah, buy signals. So let's look at the first one. Okay. What I want you to notice on this chart is beside all the information about dividends and what they were, and you know, if you have an interest in dividends, then that might be something that you want to look at. That's actually pretty good dividends, 2.25. On a $75 stock, that's about 3%, something like that. That's pretty common. That's pretty common dividend. Another thing I want you to look at is right here. See where it says real estate? That's the sector. That's very important, and I'll show you why it is in just a little bit. The other one we looked at was here that had good, strong recommendations, and its sector is consumer discretionary. We have one more that had the three buy signals, and that was down here, I believe. Yes, that's it. And it had financials. Okay. So are these all equal? I mean, they all have good green things, and then this is a nice low price. Maybe that's the way we want to go. I want to get this one. It's cheap, and wow, look at there, you know. But it's not really. Well, yeah, it is. It's paying $1.27, and you know what, Gary? That's like 4%. That's a much better dividend. Maybe this is the one I want. What I'm going to tell you, no, it's not. And I'm going to tell you the best one to consider in this batch is this one. Now I'm going to show you why. You have a website that you can get onto that's offered by, where'd it go? Here it is. It's offered by Fidelity. Okay? And it's called Sectors and Industries Overview. It's no charge or whatever. You just log in and take a look at it. And this is really all you need to look at. I mean, you can kind of drill down in this and see what all the different securities did in each sector. But that's not what we're after. We know what our securities did. What we're looking at now is the performance of the sectors. This is pretty much 1 year as of 10/10. And you can see the sectors. Consumer staples, wow, that did pretty good, you know. Consumer discretionary, which was that second symbol, 4.49%. And in financials, you remember, was one of the segments, which, hey, it hasn't done so well. So do you want to buy a stock in a sector that's not performing well? Or do you want to buy a stock in a sector that has been performing well? Well, one of those, which happens to be this ADC, was real estate. And look what it's done. Right here. Whoa. I don't do so good at highlighting, do I? Here we go. 21.87%. Now, does that mean it's going to continue going from this point? No, it doesn't. But what else you got? Now, notice that the last change as a 134 haven't been so dramatic. So when you look at it on the charts, you know, as of today, it doesn't look all spectacular. But again, we're talking about swing trading because we need to look at a little longer period of time. So let's say this is going to be the one we're going to do. We're going to take that one in lieu of the others because we just don't have enough money to buy all three. So here we go. Let's take another look at it. ADC is a realty company. It pays 2.25 dividends. That's pretty good if you're going to hang on to it for a while. Book value is $32.95. So actually it's inflated a good bit. So let's look at the chart. Here's 1, 2, 3 charts. I'm going to shrink this down for right now. Just give us more room. 1, 2, 3 charts. I only have one problem. Only one problem with this stock at all. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to get around it. I'm going to buy this stock. Okay. My problem is you'll see right here is a bearish support zone. And it's just now breaking a bearish support zone here. Now I believe that if it breaks this zone and holds, this is going to be a good stock to hang on to because it's drawn back, it's pulled back, and it's starting to develop strength again to make another run. Basically, we're looking at this 1, 2, 3 bit here is basically what we had right here. That's a 1, 2, 3, and then so that was about half the run. If we count in that, perhaps we'll get another good run of, say, from 71.45 up to here, about another $4. And if we hit that target, that should be our target to get out. So let's do this. I'm going to put a trade in right now. I'm going to buy it custom. This is a crazy way I do things. This is something I've been doing lately that has been working really well for me. We're going to buy 100 shares. And the way we're going to buy that is we're going to come over here. Incidentally, Walmart's been doing really well for me lately. Going to put ADC in there. We're going to go to a study and edit it. Come on. Now I've already got it in there, so I'm just going to go in here and edit it. I am going to buy this at the zone. Oh my goodness. I have messed up. I need to see in there and I can't see because it's in my way. Okay, hang on a second. Let me just pull this back a little bit. There. Now, I need to see what my magic number is. Sorry about this. Just got carried away. Here we go. My magic number. Here we go. I got my magic number right here. I want it to be 76.58. That's my magic number. And remember, said we're looking for about a $4 run. So our exit's going to be, say, like 80, 75, something like that. Okay, back to what I was doing down here. We go down here. Again, you got to remember, if you're using a template like I am, you got to remember to change that. Edit this. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put a zone price here, and that's why I had to go back. I couldn't remember what it was. I have 76.58 is what I'm saying I need to enter at. And it's going to be a zone entry. And I'm going to add cycles. This is going to be, and I'm also going to have a positive trend on all 3 charts. That's why I'm able to put that multi-trend in here. And it says, okay, that's what I want to do. Now, there's only one thing I want to do. I want to do this on the day chart. I don't want to do it on the hourly chart because I want to make sure that day closes so that I have the thing in a good solid position and moving upwards. And I'm going to save this. Now, I don't want to just walk off from it because I got it set in to trade for me. I want to have some assurances I have protections in the event it goes against me. I'm not willing to risk a whole lot on this study. I'll maybe risk, $100 maybe. And that's pretty good for a $400 return, and that's what we're kind of looking at. So we're going to put an exit target here, what we said we were going to do before, of $80 and 75 cents, we'll say. That's a little more than a 58, but that's okay. An interim stop, I'm going to make $1 because I got 100 shares. It's $100, and it's true. So we say okay, and well. The other thing I want to do is just put a hard stop, and it's already in there for $1. Now I'm going to check my stuff before I go, and it tells me right here. I got my entry price at 76.58, and zone momentum. I got multi-trend. That's good. I want that. I'm going to check this one again and make sure it's correct. Always check your work. I said my exit point is 80.75. It's a little more than $4. Minimum stop's $1. Same thing as my fixed stop, and that's okay. And I put it on the day chart as well, which means it's from one day to the next. It cannot move more than $100 against me, and it'll take me out. And so that's good. So I confirm it and I send it, and that's it. Now it's set up. It'll go when it's ready to go. So we're done with that. So now I've shown you how to select a study and how to enter the trade. Now you may not have this study to do these conditional trades. It's available to you if you want, but you don't really need it. I mean, you can set a limit buy up here and just arbitrarily put some other stops in there, limit exits, and a hard stop in the back. It's just a little more difficult to do, and it's not as, and it can't catch it for interim moves when you're moving it. You could try a trailing stop, but they don't work real well. But regardless, my promise was to show you how to find them, uh, not how to get out of them. So I did show you how to find them. I did show you what the importance was of the sectors. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. If you got any comments or whatever, just feel free to enter them. You'll find this on YouTube as well as the website. So have a good day and happy trading to you.